I am moving out of New York City. Not to upstate, not to Long Island, not to Hoboken, not to Jersey City, not even home. I'm moving somewhere I've never lived before, but I've always wanted to live. I just didn't know if I would ever do it. But I am. I don't know why I'm so nervous to make this video. I feel like just sitting here and talking about this to the camera and putting these words out there into the world, even if I'm sitting in my room by myself, it makes me so nervous because it means it's real, which is interesting because obviously I want it to be real. Like, this is my doing. I chose this and I want it to be real. I'm very excited, but with any major life change, it's just gonna bring up some normal human emotions. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, like if you are an OG from the temple days, you know how difficult change is for me. I've been through a few different chapter closings and openings since I've had this channel. I transferred from my first college, took y'all through the process, made videos of talking about my feelings about that. That was a tough decision. That wasn't something I ever thought that I was gonna do, and I did it, and I took you guys through that. And then I graduated from college, I ended that chapter, and I started my new one in New York City. And now 3 years later, which, by the way, can we discuss how insane it is that it's been 3 friggin' years? Like, I've been in this apartment for 3 years. I've lived in the city for like, it does not feel like it's been that long. But after 3 years, my New York City chapter, at least this specific one, is coming to a close. And a new chapter is gonna be starting. Okay, I'm not trying to be annoying and like hold off on telling y'all where I'm going. I don't know. This is the first time I'm saying this on the internet. Obviously, I've talked about this with my family and friends. This has been in the works for months. But yeah, I'm moving to Charleston, South Carolina. I'm not moving for another couple of months, but I have the apartment. I signed the lease. I knew that I wanted to make a video sitting down and talking about all of this and my decision and my thoughts and the status of everything and all of that, but I didn't know when I wanted to do that. I didn't know if I wanted to wait till closer to when I was moving, because as it stands right now when I'm uploading this, I'm not moving for another couple months. Things just happened to work out earlier. I was definitely gonna wait until I signed the lease and made it officially official. I didn't want to put anything out there that wasn't official, and it is official. I really wish I was one of those mysterious bitches that could just like show up in a new place and be like, surprise, I moved. And I thought about doing that, but then I was like, that just seems so disingenuous to my whole journey that I've shared with y'all on this channel. Like, I've taken you through every life change. I've told you my real thoughts about it. And obviously this has been going on in the background for a few months and I haven't talked about it publicly because I was still working through my own feelings with it. I was working through the official stuff and actually getting the apartment and getting everything squared away. So I want to share it now, even though I'm not moving for a couple of months, and really take you through the process of closing one chapter and going into another. I was telling my mom earlier that I was nervous to make this video, and okay, this door's gonna piss me off, bro. I need to move. Like, actually, so sorry. I want to sit against something. I was telling my mom earlier that I was nervous to make this video, and she was like, it's not that deep. People move all the time. And I'm like, you're so right. People do move all the time. It's really not that serious. It's just that I hate change, and I didn't move at all growing up. Like, I lived in the same house since I was born until I left for college. And then I went back and lived there again for 2 more years when I went to school. I'm not used to change, and I'm a very anxious person. And I'm also a creature of habit. Once I get comfortable and I make a home somewhere, I just want to like burrow myself in. I don't want to leave. I've gotten my money's worth out of my rent. I never leave. Like, I love the familiar, but if you've been around on this channel long enough, you also know probably what I'm about to say, which is that your comfort zone is a great place, but nothing ever grows there. Here we are once again with that. I anticipated a few questions that I thought would arise when I posted this video, so I'm gonna try and answer those so y'all have as much context as possible. The number one question that I assumed would be asked is why? Why I'm moving. And I'm gonna answer this in 2 parts. So first I'm gonna talk about why. I don't have notes for this. I'm acting like I'm giving a presentation right now, but I'm just kind of winging this. First, I want to talk about why I'm leaving New York, and second, why I'm moving to Charleston specifically, okay? In regards to New York, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's gonna make me so emotional moving out of here because I love this city. I really do. I have grown as a person more in the last 3 years than I think I ever could have imagined, and I attribute most of that to living here. I have met so many people. I've had amazing opportunities. I've seen and done some truly insane things. Like, it's been such a dream, and this is a dream that I've always had. I've always wanted to live here. So the fact that I have lived here for 3 years, and the fact that it's ending, at least this chapter of it, it'll always be here. If I want to come back at some point, I can. But this specific, like right out of college, post-grad, early 20s chapter in New York City is coming to a close. I'm looking back on it with nothing but fondness, and I'm looking back on it when I'm still in it. Like, I'm feeling nostalgia about something that I'm still living. So it's just been really interesting to process all of these emotions. Like, I am going to miss this place so much, but I also have very real reasons for wanting to leave. I mean, obviously it's just getting more expensive. Everything is getting more expensive everywhere, but New York City is so fucking expensive. Like, this is nothing new. I know this. Everyone knows this. I had already decided I was going to leave before I got my rent renewal, but I just got it the other day, and it just confirmed that, like, this is just not sustainable. I knew that it wouldn't be long term. I said this from the beginning. Not sure if I said it online. I feel like I did, but I've said this to the people in my life. Like, it's not sustainable for me financially to live here long term. I'm self-employed, and the fact that I am able to sustain myself and have been able to do that for so long, especially here, is the biggest blessing ever. But I don't want to spend this much. I don't need to be here. There's nothing really tying me here, and that's another reason that I decided to leave, and I'm deciding to try something else. I don't need to be here for my job. Like, I am self-employed and I can work from wherever, and I want to take advantage of that. I want to explore and try new things while I have the chance. And also, I just feel like I've hit a ginormous dead end in my life. Like, I feel like I've maxed out what I want to do here in this city at this point right now. I have done everything that I've wanted to do, and I feel like I've had the New York City experience that I dreamed of. But I do think that I need a change of scenery, and not just with apartment. Like, I need a change of pace in general. New York City is very fast paced, very go, very high energy, and I love it for that. It is what it is, and it's been amazing for, like I said, post-grad, early 20s, the 3 years I've lived here. And when I've told people in my life that I'm moving and where I'm moving, they're like, oh my goodness, that's a ginormous change of pace. Like, can you handle that? Are you ready for that? Like, you know, it's gonna be way slower than in New York City. That is the point. I want to be calm. I want a change of pace. That is intentional. I want to slow down. I want to breathe. I want to take things slower. I want to be more present. I want to be more in the moment. I feel like I'm burnt out, and that's not against New York City. Like, I love this place, but you can love a place and not want to live there. I just want to try something new. So that's kind of that. I don't know. I really truly feel like I need a change so desperately. Going off of that, piggybacking off of that, why am I moving to Charleston? Why did I choose there? First and foremost, I've always wanted to live there. Since I was young, the only two places that I have ever told people that I wanted to live are New York City and Charleston. I got the opportunity to live in New York City. I took it, and I'm glad that I did New York City first, because at the time when I moved out for the first time, got my first apartment, I wasn't as comfortable on my own. I wanted to be somewhere that was in sort of driving distance from my parents in Pennsylvania. So it's only like 3.5, 4 hours. That's not terrible. And that made me feel more comfortable with this, because like, if anything happened, I could just go home if I really needed to. I was ready to spread my wings and fly, but not soar, like not take off. I wanted to do like little baby flaps at first. And saying New York City is like baby flaps is crazy. That actually doesn't really make any sense, but I mean distance wise. And this is the only place in this distance like area that I've wanted to live. I'm so glad that I did this first, because it gave me confidence in being an independent woman and being able to handle myself and live independently, which is something I really needed. It got me out of my comfort zone, and now I feel like I'm ready to go farther. This will be the farthest I've ever lived, but it's somewhere that I always loved. I grew up coming to Charleston. We visited almost every summer. My dad's side of the family is from Charleston. I have a lot of family there, and I am really excited that I get to be close to them, and I will be closer to family there than I am here. Obviously different family, like not my parents, but I'm gonna be so close to family like within the same city, as opposed to having to drive like 3 states over. Obviously I want to be close to my parents because I love them. I love spending time with them. I love seeing them. But if I can't be close to them, I might as well be close to some family. I don't think I would move somewhere that, at least not right now, I don't think I'd move somewhere that I didn't have family relatively close by. And the good thing is I have family there and I grew up going there. I was just there. I posted a vlog from it for my week in Charleston. That was kind of like an Easter egg, like a Taylor Swift Easter egg Hannah's version. I gave a little spiel at the beginning about how I, you know, have always loved it there and grew up coming there. I knew that I was gonna move there before that. Well, I didn't have the apartment or anything when I made that video and when I was there. And I'm also not gonna be sharing where exactly in Charleston I'm gonna be living for obvious reasons, for safety reasons. And if anyone somehow figures that out, please don't comment it or share it anywhere. Safety is my #1 biggest thing. I'm so overcautious, but I was dropping some hints. So I've always wanted to live there. My family is there and it's something completely different than what I've experienced. I've never lived in a coastal town. I've never lived in the South. I've literally always lived in the Northeast. My parents have moved all over. My mom lived in different countries, different states. My dad lived in different states growing up. I just haven't been exposed to that because I grew up in the same place and it became my comfort zone and my bubble. And I left that bubble to go to Philly, to go to Temple. I left that bubble to go to New York, and now I'm leaving it again to go to a place with a completely different pace than I'm used to, completely different weather than I'm used to. But I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't give it a try. And if I don't want to stay after my lease term ends, I don't have to. I can go somewhere else. I can make another decision. I have no idea what's going to happen in that time. This time last year, this was not even on my radar. This came up like a few months ago and I just kind of got the itch. It was like that with New York too. I was nervous to move there. I didn't know if that's exactly what I wanted. And then all of a sudden it just hit me and I'm like, f it, I'm gonna do it. And that's how it was with this. I was like, f it. What do I have to lose? I'm not tied to anything or anyone. I feel like I would regret not taking it. I feel like I would regret staying somewhere just because it's what I know. I want to try. I want to go and see what happens. Get to spend time with another half of my family. And my mom's side of the family is from Pennsylvania, hence why I grew up in Pennsylvania. So I spent a lot of time growing up with them. I visited my dad's side a lot and I'm close with a lot of them, but I've never lived near them. I haven't spent the amount of time with them that I have with my mom's side. And I'm excited to get to do that. I'm excited to get to join in on family events like birthdays and friggin' game days, because that side of the family is why I love Clemson. Even though this is a far move, it's the farthest place I will have ever lived, I feel comfortable because I have family there and I know that I'm taken care of. Not that I need anyone to take care of me. I'm very capable of taking care of myself, but having family is important to me and it makes me feel more comfortable. Why am I like out of breath from that? I feel like I'm doing like a persuasive essay. I don't know why a part of me has felt like I need to defend this decision. Nobody's coming at me for this. And if they do, what am I supposed to do? Live my life based on what other people think I should be doing? No, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it's me who's living my life and I just need to follow what I think my heart wants to do. It's just another step in my journey. It's a new plot line. We'll see what happens and I'll take you guys along with it. I hope that you're excited. I had this same nervousness when I graduated from college because up until that point, my content was only focused on college. I started my YouTube channel when I was in college, so all the content I've ever made had revolved around me being a college student. When I graduated from college and then entered post-grad and moved to New York, I didn't know how people would respond. I didn't know if people would like the new era. Some people didn't. A lot of people did. And now that we've gotten into this groove of me living in New York City, I'm again nervous how people will react and if people will care if I leave New York City, like if they'll still want to watch or like care about my content if I'm not living in New York City, because I know New York City is such an interesting place and a lot of people want to know what it's like to live here, and a lot of people want to kind of live like vicariously through other people if they're not able to come and live here or even visit. So I would be lying if I said that I haven't been thinking about that. I guess I can't make anyone do anything. I can't make anyone stay subscribed. If you want to continue watching and like following along my journey, I want you to be there. Like, I would love to have you, and I'm so excited for this shift. I'm excited for something new and hopefully a breath of fresh air, trying new things. There's gonna be so much coming up and it's just another chapter in my life, and the journey of life is not linear. We're meant to try new things if we're able to, but if you are only here because you want to see New York content, then I guess I don't know what to say. I will have vlogged 3 full years of living in New York City. I have so many vlogs of me doing stuff, and also I'm not moving yet. I still have a couple months left. There's still a couple more months of the living in New York City vlogs. I actually have a little series planned because I made a bucket list a month or so ago of some things that I haven't done yet and things that I want to do before I move. So I wanted to vlog doing those things and put them in a little like New York City bucket list series. I've shown so many things, I've taken y'all along for so many things, touristy things, my favorite places, favorite things, other events and activities that I've done. So there's so many good things about this situation. Number one, I have all of those videos still on my channel that you can go watch. And it was the same with college. I'm like, you want to relive the college days? You can. They are there. But I'm just excited for something new. I need it so bad. Honestly, at the end of the day, it really isn't that deep. It's really not. I'm gonna be saving money. I'm gonna get to drive my car. A lot of people love when I post like videos or TikToks or whatever, like in the car. They're like, it's giving old Hannah, it's giving college Hannah. So I'll be able to have my car again. I'm so excited. Before I end this video, I wanna give a shout out to my best friends here in the city that I will miss so incredibly much. But I'm not worried about it because I know I'm gonna see them. Like, it's easy to travel to each other. The flight's only like 2 hours. I've made amazing connections here. They have made this place home though, truly, and I can't thank them enough for that. Also, I have some friends in Charleston too, which is great. I came to New York, I didn't really know anybody. It took me like 6 months to find a group of friends. I'm really excited to go meet new people in Charleston and make new connections, but it is nice knowing that I have people there that I know already. I'm not going in with absolutely no one. I have my family and I have a couple friends, and I feel like that's a great jumping off point. We've got a couple more months of living in New York City vlogs, and then we've got moving content, which honestly, I love moving content shamelessly. Like, I'm excited to decorate a new space, have more space. Oh my God, I didn't even talk about that. More, oh my God. Guys, I'm gonna have so much more space. I'm still doing a 1-bedroom, but it's so much bigger. I just can't wait. I can't wait to decorate, kind of grow into more of a adult space, I guess. Like, this apartment at this point is giving very much first apartment post-grad, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I just feel like I'm growing out of that and I'm excited to grow into something new. So yeah, all right, that's it. I'm done rambling. Love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. If you made it to this point in the video, comment down below I'm a real one because you are a real one, and I'll see y'all in my next video next week. Bye.